Hello, everyone, and welcome back to, the Ancient Gods. We found our angel friend, who is not really our friend, except he's trying to pretend we were, so... Sam's a little confused.
What happened to your suit?
It got old.
It got old. That looks old. Had to take that back.
So this suit it is unlockable in the main game. It doesn't show up in the campaign at all, aside from like a single flashback cutscene. But I mean, I'm just happy that they brought back the classic suit because it looks fucking stupid in the best way.
It's the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen. And I love it.
But it's awesome.
It's so out of place.
Oh, just wait till you see the Quake guy suit.
Oh yeah.
I didn't read that as bypass. I read that as bip ass.
Ah.
Yeah, Bippus.
Beppis.
Doom guy, I need you to give me some Pepsi.
That was more Venom than Samuel.
That's more dark.
The Seraphim cannot retrieve the sphere.
So, Tentacle Godman is sending us to a special spot in hell where the soul of actual God is laying dormant, and he wants us to reinstate old God to...
Wait, this is just one of the plot lines to Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Yeah, but this has guns. Oh, wait, hold on. Anyways...
Does that game have guns? I don't know. I never
there's
played
a pizza.
Game.
There's a... that was one of the Argent things from 2016, which is just there for some reason. I don't really know why they let you walk around this place. There's really nothing to do, except look at shit.
I think just as you look for the pizza box.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, here's a pizza box. You want some pepperoni pizza? Like, the base game had a hub that you could explore and unlock shit. This doesn't have that, but you can still walk around that area only at this point in the game. Oh, I edited fucking loading times out. I forgot about that.
Yay.
Wow, look at that. So this is the one level in the game for part 1 that is composed by Andrew Holsholt. Great track. But if you missed it, the objective at the top says destroy the Father Sphere. So Doom Guy's got his own plans to just blow shit up. And that's what we're doing.
Are the costumes cosmetic?
Yeah, they're purely cosmetic. They don't affect the game at all. Which, on one hand, I would like suits that activated like cheats or whatever, but nope, they're just for show. Big.
I don't know. I'm sort of on and off with a game that gives you different costumes that have like different perks or handicaps or abilities or different difficulties, essentially. Because I love replaying Resident Evil games where you have your upgraded guns, new game plus basically, infinite ammo and that sort of shit. I love doing that, but like other games, I'm sort of like, I'd rather just play the fresh campaign like from scratch again.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I'm kind of weird like that.
And it does kind of feel like, when I talk about that kind of stuff with friends, it's like, oh, maybe I'm in the minority in this, like, I just like to start the game over. I don't think I am in the grand scheme of things, but, like with my friend group, it sure feels like it. But also just like, I don't care. Like, playing the game from scratch, regardless of the game, just often feels like the way to go. I mean, I guess.
Well, I meant to bring this up we're talking about difficulties, but when you guys are choosing higher difficulties, like, do you have like a preference of what kind of difficulty you like seeing in a game? Because me personally, I like the difficulty where you get more of the adventure, like Star Fox. In a way where it's not just like enemies doing more damage or having more health. It's more like there are things you can only see in this difficulty if you decide to.
Yeah, but then you get into that whole argument now about difficulty in games where it's like people need to be, it needs to be accessible so people that aren't necessarily good at the game can still experience all its content.
I think a lot of people I think are confusing accessibility with difficulty, and they're not quite the same.
That's why I'm not going to give my opinion on the whole thing.
Why not? We have like 20 minutes.
Fight for this one part.
Someone somewhere is going to get mad. So.
Oh, I'll get mad on their behalf. I don't even know your
every
opinion,
day. I was going to say, I don't give a fuck. That's viewer engagement.
Let's go.
You want to leave a comment? Thanks for the view.
I mean, I think both have their place. Like, I think that games should absolutely be accessible if it is a AAA release that's trying to get as many sales as possible. But like, you know, if it's just a small indie project, it doesn't really matter to the dev. Like, if the dev is like, this is just the game I want to make, fucking make the game you want to make. Don't worry too much about accessibility, because that's clearly not like the point. I don't know. My feelings are complicated.
I mean, yeah, like obviously,
What brought that up?
like,
Oh,
I
right,
like-
difficulty.
my views on it are nuanced, but like I don't know.
Nuanced means you're afraid of Santa
Yeah.
Claus. I don't.
Meaning like I might have
not
like my
know
own
that.
feelings about it, but they're like complicated. So like
Yeah.
yeah.
They might change on a whim. And that sort of thing. I mean that I would argue that just means you're open to discussion about the entire thing. You know, without being like
I'm open to
fucking
discussion. Also,
closeted.
I don't want to talk about it.
Like, sure. No, because I to me, I hate the douchebag that wants to go into a discussion but is adamant on just setting their
Yeah.
opinion
Oh,
in
yeah.
stone and not actually talking
I just
about
want to
anything.
convince you of my opinion.
So it's like, yeah, I was just like, then why are you here? It's like, you know, it's like that kind of drives me up the wall. But no, I don't like difficulties where values just increase.
Yeah,
That's it. Because to me, that's
That
boring.
like, I think it depends on the game, because I mean that's technically what's going on here. Except it's not damage values being altered. It's complicated AI things that. So the way that the AI works in this game specifically is enemies literally take turns attacking you, and the difficulty
Yeah.
kind of just alters.
Doom RPG.
Yeah, it's altering how quickly those enemies take turns. Like, there's a whole currency system programmed into the game, basically, that's like, all right, well, we're either going to spend a bunch of, or like fewer points to have a bunch of smaller demons attack you, or spend a lot of points to have a big demon attack you. And then the higher the difficulty, the faster those points are spent. I think that that's really fun. However, you get into games, and I'm sorry, this is just the only example that comes to mind. You get into games like Half-Life, where the difficulty is just enemies take twice as many bullets to kill,
Yeah.
and that's not fun.
I'm working on a Resident Evil 5 video right now, which should be up by the time this part goes up. So
For sure.
surprise. And I booted up professional mode in that game, and I remember why I didn't like it. Because
Are you playing
in Resident Evil
co-op or
4,
solo?
no, solo for professional. I did co-op normal gameplay. And the one thing I loved about professional mode in RE4 was because RE4 and RE5 had dynamic difficulty, where the game will actually get harder the better you do, and it'll get easier the worse you do. Professional mode in RE4 just meant that
It's stuck on the
dynamic
highest.
difficulty was just set at its highest, which means the max amount of enemies in that room will always be there, regardless of how you're performing. RE5 does that too, but it also makes everything a one-hit kill,
Huh.
which is not fun.
That doesn't sound fun.
It's just not fun, because when you lose all your health in that game, you go into a dying state where your partner can resuscitate you with like a sliver of your health left. Every attack sends you into that state, and it's just not fun being unable to do anything and you're limping all over the place. And it's just they dropped the ball on that one. That I don't like that kind of difficulty.
Chris, you did how many push-ups and you can still only
Yeah,
take
like-
a small breathe on?
No, he's strong, but his stamina is
This
shit.
game,
I feel like people
this game on
conflate
harder
the two all
difficulty
the
just
damn
like
time.
requires more of you. Yeah.
Like to be more reactive, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Again, I just don't like it when it's
Yeah,
just
that's what I mean. I would hate
numerical
that.
shit. You're doing the same shit; it just takes longer.
Fucking Star Fox? Wait.
No, Star Fox just gave you different stages.
Oh, that's right.
Well, enemies are also more aggressive too. Well, some enemies are more aggressive, but Star Fox also just gave you completely different maps.
Oh, so that's how you got those
Yeah.
levels.
Yes.
Man, I always tried to figure that
Well, I
out.
think that was going into. I think that was going into what Gil was saying earlier about accessibility. You know, that's the only way you can play those stages
well,
by playing
that's
on hard mode.
the argument is that I should be able to experience the game that I bought. I should be able to experience the same thing everybody else is experiencing, and that's like where the argument stems from.
Yeah. And I say you're wrong.
No, I don't. That's not my opinion on it. That's just the.
Yeah. No, I
mean,
was
like-
more responding to that person who had that opinion.
I don't buy fucking Counter-Strike and then go, why am I not the top ranked player? I think it depends.
I've never cared about Liddy.
Well, that goes back to the whole like, why isn't there an easy mode on Dark Souls thing? That's yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
No, I think at some point, like if this is what you want the focus of the game's design to be around this kind of difficulty, you just need to stand your ground with that sort of shit. Like I don't believe in, not that I really give a shit at the end of the day, but I don't think Dark Souls would benefit from having an easy mode or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like the game is designed to be difficult. The game is designed to kick your ass. That's just what the game
Oh,
is.
is this when I do it? Hold on.
do what?
Yeah. Oh, damn it. I
one
thought that's
cycle?
when I
Yeah.
one cycled the fucker. Oh. That's not supposed to happen.
All right,
But it's
I
like this
wasn't sure what happened
game.
there.
This game on like, for all intents and purposes, like, this game on easy mode is still a hard game. Like,
I have a friend who iconically, well, okay, well known in my group, took him almost 70 hours to beat this game on easy.
I think you talked about this.
Oh, yeah, we made fun of him at our Too Many
Yeah.
Games panel.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. All right. Wasn't sure if it was during your live stream or something.
I think
like
you
that. Okay.
met him at the convention, but, I mean, you know,
Was I laughing at him?
probably.
Okay.
It's
I wasn't
really
sure.
easy to laugh at him.
Hi, by the way.
No, he's a great guy, and he takes it with strides. Like, he's like, yeah, it's fucking hilarious, but I suck at this game.
Total bro.
Man. I forgot what I was going on about. Right, difficulty. I don't care.
I wonder.
I mean, it's a difficult thing with no one right answer. I remember watching this game on Twitch when it first came out, of like a really bad player playing the game because it's like, okay, I'm not good at the game, but I generally know what I'm doing
Yeah.
for the most part. So they were on like the second to last level and basically just doing every wrong gun. It's like,
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, you're still at the second to last level and you're still beating it. It's slow going, but you can still do it. So it's like,
Yeah.
they were constantly kind of complaining. It's like, oh, it's so hard. I don't really know how it expects me to get through it. It's like, one, you're doing everything wrong when the game, one, brazenly told you what weapons to use on certain demons in their introduction. Two, is like, I think it speaks to the game's design that you can do the wrong thing every time and still get to the end of it.
Yeah. Which, like,
It's really weird. Like I'll be the first to like compliment a game for having accessibility options, difficulty or otherwise. But I also am of the group where if I head into the game and it's clear cut, no, they designed this game to kick your ass, I won't give it shit for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, as long as as long as it's designed well. You know, it's not like I take a step forward and I fall into a fucking pit.
It's not I want to be
Just
the
die.
guy.
Did I ever tell you
Yeah.
at the time that I rage
You know?
deleted my Celeste file?
God.
What happened?
That's a lot to do in like under a fit of rage. Because normally when you're in a fit of rage,
it
you
was
break
like,
something.
Have you ever been so angry that you just like blank?
Yeah, actually, fuck. I said it before, but my worst recording experience for my channel was Ghosts and Goblins on NES because
Oh,
I
God.
recorded that off actual hardware. No save
This
states,
was-
nothing with that. So
This was different though. This was not
was miserable.
raging at the game being hard. This was so I had just
Okay.
finished the what is it? The B-sides. I had just finished the B-sides, got
Yeah.
all the strawberries or whatever, 100% of the B-side. And then I was like, all right, we're going to do the C-sides. Before I did the C-sides, I was like, you know, there's that fucking accessibility mode. And I was like, you know what? Like, I just want to like see what, because there's like a bunch of shit in it that are basically like, for all intents and purposes, like Game Genie cheats. So I was like, I want to see what it, just to fuck around with it for a minute before I start the C-side. So I turned it on and tried a couple stages, like, all right, whatever, I'm done. And then I went to go to do the C stages or the C-sides, and I realized that after you turn on accessibility mode, you can turn it off, but there's a permanent stamp on your save file that says you used accessibility mode.
Oh.
So I got so upset that I silently deleted my save file. I put my controller on the floor and I left the room.
They should at least give you a warning about that. I
was
feel.
so mad.
Yeah.
Because that would suck. I mean, it's a silly thing at the end of it all, but it's kind of like
Yeah.
you feel betrayed in a way.
Well, it was
kinda
like after
stings
all
your
that, even if I did the
pride,
seasides,
so
I would
to
have a
speak.
save file that said that I used accessibility mode. So I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, I think if they give you a warning, I never activated it myself,
Well,
so I wouldn't know.
they might have, but I have ADD.
That'd
I don't
be
pay attention,
helpful.
so,
Yeah.
which maybe my ADD is why I like this combat loop.
Stimulating. I mean, I have ADD and I fun doom man, so I understand. Also, here's a new enemy of the campaign. These are spirits who possess other enemies and make them stronger. I just let that one possess another enemy just to show it off, but you take them out by ghost busting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's literally just a proton wave.
But yeah, they're fun. I like them. People really don't like them because if okay, so there was I got a lot of comments on my video being like, "Holy shit! I had no idea you could microwave
what?
the spirits."
Isn't
As
that
in using the
Yeah,
proton wave?
it's
that
called
how
the
you
microwave beam.
Oh,
Yeah, the way that these people were beating them was killing every other demon that it could possess
I didn't
before it
even
could
know
possess
that you
them.
could do that. I thought that you had to microwave
Yeah.
beam them.
Yeah,
Hey, it gives you
No,
the
but I
option.
figured
So.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of awesome that like you can do it that way, but it's like,
Yeah.
it sounds like it'd take considerably longer,
Yeah.
though.
because it's
I
literally
mean,
like,
the point is you can do it. So
yeah, and that's cool, but oh my god,
Yeah, but I can
you know what,
also
though?
close my
I
eyes.
actually- it's funny because like I actually think that that's another thing that breaks up the pace of combat because you can't move when you're using the microwave beam. So
yeah, it does halt your momentum. You can alter that a bit by using it in
But,
the air.
like, the
But,
amount of time you have to
I do agree.
the amount of time
to
you
a-
have to sit there
to a
and
bit.
microwave them before they're dead, like you can't just do it in the air real quick, you know.
Yeah.
So
which thankfully they reduced that
Oh, good.
post launch, but it's still not the
yeah,
best.
it's annoying because I'm like, all right, I gotta just sit here and eat some hits while I kill this thing because I don't have a choice.
I usually circumvent that by dropping a grenade around me
Yeah.
because that like shockwave does wonders. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get around it, and that's clearly the point. Like, there's so many fucking mechanics at work here that all just kind of do their own thing to the point where if you describe it in as much detail as you can, it sounds like you're describing an immersive sim. But oh, that was a meaty punch.
Like, I don't hate the spirits, but like that's just another thing where I'm like, I can't believe people complained about the Marauder that much, and
Yeah. I mean, the hate that the Marauder gets, I think, is just unjustified, I guess, to a degree.
For what I always notice in these sort of things, especially when stuff is being shared on social media, is that like for like the first couple of weeks when a game is released, you're gonna get both of the dedicated fans and the casual audience playing the game. And from what I understand, it's mostly the casual side that complains about these sort of things. Afterwards, it just dies off because at that point, the casual fan will just move on to another game. At
Yeah.
that point.
I think that's definitely
what
true.
I always take first time opinions with a grain of salt, unless it's like something groundbreaking or at least game breaking. Like, no, this thing is janky.
yeah, like the first time
Oh, we ran
That's
into
what I think it is.
one of those today with a game actually.
the first time I did,
Oh no.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, we were talking about it earlier, Trav. Playing Arceus, and apparently you can't catch a Pokemon because it transforms and there's a bug.
Oh, yeah.
which makes it literally uncatchable. Yeah, so there's a mon that changes depending on the time of day in the game,
Warriors have died trying to do
and
this.
so it will transform in the middle of battle. Apparently, there's a bug that makes it literally uncatchable if it does that.
If it
So
transforms.
you can't.
See, that's
so,
a problem.
So in order to
See, that is a problem.
Yeah. So in order to catch it, you have to do it at night, and if you get the encounter at all.
Are you I might have misunderstood. Are you recording that for the channel?
Nah, just playing it. Just
Oh,
'cause
okay.
I'm sick and need something to do.
You said I'm gonna do that later today, and I'm like, oh shit, new commentary.
No. I mean, potentially, it's one of those things we'll probably get to at some point, but
Never say probably. Yeah, I've yet to pick the game up. I want it, but I've been watching family members play it. It looks like a Pokemon game that I actually have interest to play. I'll just say that, because I'm not a big Pokemon guy. I kind of dropped off after Black and White when I tried to start X and Y is about when I dropped off of Pokemon. I was so
Y
fucking
is
bored
bad.
with it.
Stop playing.
Like, I remember when I got X and Y, like, X and Y was when Black and White. Black and White is when I first got to Pokemon, like, and actually dedicated time to it. Oh, by the way, here's a buffed Marauder. When I first got to Black and White, you know, I heard a lot of people bad-mouthing it online, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this one isn't that good, I'm guessing.
Black and White's great.
Turns out...
which is weird because it's actually one of the best ones. But oh wait,
That is not when I meant to cut it off. I guess we'll see that next time.